Okay, hello, good evening, guys. Happy Wednesday. Hello to y'all. This is our April week 2. Hope you guys are doing well. We have 3 today. Hello, Karen. Hello, Sintong. And hi, Junsheng. How are you doing? Okay. Where's the rest of everyone? Usually we have like 5. Okay, no matter. Today we are finishing our chapter 4, guys. Okay, let's finish our chapter 4. I think we were halfway through, right? If I'm not mistaken. Okay, we are halfway through. And today we shall finish this chapter. And next week, we shall go into chapter 5. Right? Because I think chapter 5 is more important. I don't want to spend a lot of time here. This is a not so important chapter. Okay, so last week we did talk about what is environment sustainability. All right, that means how do we keep something going on for a long term. All right, like I said, using an EV is sustainable. Using solar is sustainable. Public transport is sustainable. But if you use fossil fuel, right, if you burn petrol, it's not very sustainable. If you use non-recyclable stuff, it's not sustainable. And this is our green technology. All right. So we talk about green technology. We also talked about energy efficiency. That means how do we save energy? Okay, and we use our energy efficiency or green technology in energy, in agriculture, in transport, in waste, in building, in manufacturing, and in ICT. All right, so I think we stop all. I think we have done energy, huh? So as a user, how do we? What issues are we facing? This one I think you already know. All right, global warming, air pollution, waste, water, deforestation. Okay, every answer you can write this. And as a user, what can you do? As a individual, as a human being, what can you do? You can save electricity. How do you do that? You switch off things when they're not in use. You put your aircon to 24 to 25, right, instead of 16 because it wastes a lot of electricity. Okay, and we should look for, right, as a country, we should try to look for renewable source of energy like solar. Okay, I did mention a lot of solar last week, huh? All right, and of course, waste management. We went through this also, huh? What problem we are facing right now? Basically, it's all mostly rubbish. Okay, we produce a lot of sewage, solid waste, food, paper. All these are waste. All right, so how do we solve this problem? The main thing is 5R. Okay, it's not 3R now, huh? It's 5R. Okay, and I think we have done agriculture also. The problem we are facing now is deforestation, forest exploration, open burning, use of pesticide and fertilizer. So how do we solve this problem? We use organic fertilizer, we replant trees, we control logging, we gazette forest reserve. Okay, what does it mean by gazette forest reserve? Gazette means to renew a license to protect your forest, right? If this forest is gazetted, that means it's licensed, like your hutan simpan and your taman negara, you cannot cut trees there. All right, that means it's gazetted, that means it's protected by law, right? Something like that. Okay, and of course, I think I didn't went through this last week. I think we stopped around the waist there, isn't it? But no matter, this is not very difficult. You can read this yourself, right? So deforestation will cause landslide, extinction of flora and fauna. You learn this in geography. Forest exploration is the same thing. We keep cutting down trees. As we know, forests are the lungs of Earth because it absorbs our carbon dioxide. So if you keep cutting them, you have nowhere to absorb your carbon dioxide, which is not a good thing. All right, and of course, open burning. Guys, I don't know whether you know this. I still see open burning nowadays, right? Uh, I mean, we are in 2023 right now. All right, in such a modern era, you would think that okay, nobody does open burning anymore because it's such a sakai thing to do, right? It's like peeing on the street, but yet people still do it. I still see open burning, not in kampong in cities in cities I still see open burning. Like seriously, right? Please don't do that. And if your neighbor does open burning, I hope you don't, right? If your neighbor does open burning, please report them. Okay, please report them to the Jabatan Alam Sekitar. You might be rewarded. Okay, snap their picture and report them. All right, we don't need this kind of people. And of course, pesticide and fertilizer, as we do more agriculture, okay, you know, what type of reward, maybe they give you, I think they pay you in money, something like that. Okay, I'm not too sure, but that's what I heard last time, right? If you report them, so go snitch on your neighbor, right? Anyway, so as we have more plants to take care of, we need to put fertilizer and pesticide. And as you know, these two, they are actually quite poisonous for the environment. Okay, so instead you can use organic fertilizer, right? And yeah, things like that. Okay, and of course, moving on, let's finish this. Let's talk about transport. Okay, this is our biggest problem right now. This is our biggest problem right now, at least in Malaysia lah. We have too many cars, right? Our public transport sucks. Okay, remember this diagram I went through last week? We have the most green, the best transport to the worst, right? But Malaysian, we are very dependent on this. I mean, let's face it, next time when you are in a traffic jam, I think I told this last week, next time when you're in a traffic jam, when you pass by every car, try and look inside how many passenger is in the car. Usually it's only the driver himself or herself. Don't you think it's very stupid? Don't you think it's very stupid? A car is very big in size, it uses a lot of fuel, and it serves no purpose, right? Imagine if there are 70 people. Imagine there are 70 people. If these 70 people are, each of them are in one car, you imagine how much space will it take, right? 70 cars of space. That's a lot of space. But these 70 people, if they are on the bus, if they are on an LRT, then you save much more space. This is how you solve traffic jam, right? Not to mention you save energy and you save time. Why don't you do it? You see, I don't understand. Right? So this is something really stupid if you think about it, right? So as you know, vehicles that emit carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide, you know this is a greenhouse gas and this is poisonous. Carbon monoxide is poisonous, and carbon dioxide, they are very good at trapping heat, right? Just like a greenhouse. So you remember greenhouse is like a glass house. This carbon dioxide is like the glass. It will trap heat on Earth, and that's how you create extra heat. That's why city is so hot, right? I don't know whether you know the weather today. Have you gone out today? Have you been to the school, right? You've been to your school, right? Hot, right? Today it's scorching hot, right? Climate change lah. Okay, climate change. During the weekends, it rained like crazy. Then now it's like crazy sun. So about 60% of petroleum in the world is used in transportation, right? We burn 60%. Yeah, yesterday was hot too. Yeah, I agree. Right, so 60% of petroleum we use it in transport. That's a lot of energy. Petroleum, which is a non-renewable source of energy, can deplete. That means one day we will run out of petrol. And not to mention that vehicles, they will create dangerous gases, they will create acid rain, tons and tons of pollution. All right, so how do we solve this problem? We use green transportation. Like what do? We walk, we cycle, and we use green vehicles. All right, the best is walking and cycling, but it's not very practical. All right, but near distance you can do it. Near distance, like you're walking to, you know, in front of your house to buy something, then what for you drive, right? Okay, I for me lah, I think if it's within 3 kilometers, it's still walkable. Okay, at least you save energy. You burn fat, right? You kill two birds with one stone. And of course, you know it's NGV. You know what is NGV? Guys, have you taken taxi before? I know taxi is a very traditional thing already lah. Nobody takes taxi anymore. But NGV is what taxi uses, right? If you look at taxi, do you know behind their boot there's a big tank? There's a big white color tank. I don't know whether you have seen this before. NGV. I mean, we don't use this anymore lah. They are, but this what the hell is this? Okay, NGV taxi. Why are you showing me this? Yeah, this one. Okay, if you look behind a taxi, you will see this tank there. All right. This thing uses natural gas. That's why it's called NGV, natural gas vehicle. This NGV is the same as your cooking gas. You know your mom's cooking gas. Underneath your stove, there's a tank there, right? That's the same thing, right? So when taxis they go pump petrol, they don't go to the normal station. They will go to the NGV site and then they will pump NGV. This thing is dirt cheap. This thing is dirt cheap. This is like, okay, you know when you're have you do you look at your dad or your mom when they pump petrol? At the end, usually if you pump full tank, it's around 70 bucks, 70 to 80 bucks. This thing is 10. This thing is 10. To fill up a taxi, it takes 10 bucks, which is the NGV. So you see, and they have the audacity to charge you that much, right? This is so much cleaner and this is so much cheaper. That's why most taxi they use NGV. Okay, I mean you might say, sir, isn't this still fossil fuel? How is it better for the environment? Yeah, actually, to be fair, this is still fossil fuel, right? But it's better than petrol. It's better than petrol, okay, because it has more energy. All right, you can go further with NGV. And of course, we use something called biofuel. We use something called biofuel. Okay, what is a biofuel? What is a biofuel? That means your fuel is made from living thing. Okay, like for example, you know what is biodiesel? You know what is biodiesel? Okay, you know what is diesel? You guys know what is diesel? Diesel is the black color nozzle, the black color gun you go to your petrol station. You know the black color one? Usually for bus and for bus and lorry one. That's the diesel, right? Okay, so what is biodiesel? Basically, biodiesel is vegetable oil, right? Yes, organic stuff, yes. And just to tell you this, guys, just to tell you this, you can actually put vegetable oil in a diesel car and it still runs, right? You can't do this to a petrol car. Your car uses petrol, right? I'm sure your car uses petrol. You can't use petrol. But if you use vegetable oil, right? That means if you go to a fried chicken store, this is a family, right? Okay, so if you go to a fried chicken store, you know after one whole day they fry their chicken, the oil is useless already, right? They have to throw it away. So if you bring it home and you filter it, because inside there got bits of chicken, so if you filter it and you pour it into your diesel car, your car can still run, right? Not as good as diesel, but hey, it's free energy because the oil you're throwing in anyway. What? Why not you use it for your car, right? But one thing lah, your exhaust is gonna smell like chicken. Depends on what you cook with the vegetable lah. So if you use French fry oil, your exhaust is gonna smell like fries, right? If you use yao zha guai then your exhaust will smell like yao zha guai lor. Things like that, right? So you see, this is biodiesel. This is biodiesel. Believe it or not, our Malaysia diesel already has 10% vegetable oil inside. Already has 10%. That means if you go to our normal petrol station and you get diesel, they already jumbo 10% of biodiesel inside, right? Why? Because it's palm oil. Just in case you don't know, guys, just in case you don't know, Malaysia is very famous for palm oil. Do you know that? Malaysia and Indonesia, both of us are supply to like 80% of palm oil to the whole world. We produce a lot of palm oil. So we just mix a little bit of palm oil into the diesel to make it, cheaper. Okay, to make it cheaper. So that's your biofuel. All right, that's your biofuel. Okay, one more I can think of, is E85. You know it's E85. You go to some countries, you go to some countries, you see four color guns. You see yellow, which is 95, RON 95. You see green, which is RON 97, and you see black, which is diesel. And then there's one more, which is blue. Blue is E85. What is E85? Basically, is ethanol. Ethanol is alcohol. Ethanol is alcohol. The same thing you have in your hand sanitizer, right? The thing is also a fuel. And this thing is made from corn. All right. So if one day we ran out of petrol, when the whole world runs out of petrol, we can actually use corn to make fuel, and our car can still run. Cool, right? Cool, right? And of course, nowadays, we even have something called hydrogen fuel. But that is a topic for a whole other time, lah. If you're interested, you can go and study about this hydrogen fuel. It's actually quite interesting. Right? So as you can see, we are trying to find alternative fuel. We try our best not to rely on fossil fuel because fossil fuel is not infinite. Someday it will run out, and before it runs out, that price is going to increase. Okay? Yeah. Corn and strong hand sanitizer. Yeah, exactly. Right? You can burn it. That's why guys don't play with hand sanitizer near fire. The thing is very flammable. Okay, I think you already know this. Okay, so next, green technology in life. We tend not to realize that activities we carry out every day increase carbon footprint. Okay, guys, pay attention to this word. You know it's carbon footprint? You know what is carbon footprint? You know how everything we do will produce carbon dioxide, right? Our fossil fuel produce carbon dioxide. Even if you buy a new phone, a phone produces carbon dioxide. You might say, sir, my phone got exhaust, man. Your phone is made using machines, right? Machine uses electricity. As long as you use electricity, it is fossil fuel because your electricity comes from fossil fuel, right? Our country, 80% of our electricity, if you switch on a light, you are using fossil fuel already. If you switch on your PC, if you switch on your TV, you charge your phone, you're using fossil fuel already. All right, so anything that burns fossil fuel will create carbon dioxide, right? And this carbon dioxide will create bad effect on the earth, right? That is what we call carbon footprint. Okay, this is the negative effect that you are creating. Anything you do will have carbon footprint, right? Even like I said last week, even as simple as you eating meat, you eat meat, you are going to create carbon footprint because meat comes from animal. Animal produces carbon dioxide, right? Like I said, to cut down your carbon footprint, one of the way is to become a vegetarian. Right? But not every one of us can be a vegetarian, lah. Certainly not me. Right? Anyway, so number two, carbon footprint is the amount of greenhouse gas, such as carbon dioxide, released into the atmosphere as a result of human activities such as open burning and burning of fossil fuel. You see, again, burning of fossil fuel. This is the biggest problem we are facing. We should apply green technology in our life so that we can reduce the amount of carbon dioxide that is being released into the environment and hence reduce carbon footprint. So our best thing, our most objective right now is to reduce carbon footprint. Okay, try to buy less things, try to use less electricity, try to live minimally. That's what I can say. Try to use less aircon, use less electricity, you buy less new stuff. Okay, that shirt you want, try not to buy it. Try to buy as little thing as possible. Try to use your phone as long as possible. Try not to change new stuff, as I said. Right? Try not to own too many things around you. Plus, guys, it's the life of minimalism, right, guys? I don't know whether you know this. This is more like a psychology thing, lah. If you live a minimal way, you will be happier too, right? I don't know whether you know this because we we are very obsessed with possession. You get what I mean? We want things, right? But if you give up the fact that you must not have the thing, right? It makes you happy. Okay, it's called minimalism, right? Guys, go and read about this. Minimalism. It makes you happy. It makes you happy. You keep your house in a minimalist way. I see. Don't you find it clean? Makes you happy. There's no possession of expensive things and whatnot. You just live your way minimally. Not only it's good for your brain, it's also very good for the environment. Cool, huh? It looks cool too, right? Minimalism. All right, so you guys okay? You guys okay? You guys okay, eh? I know this is a very boring chapter, lah, okay, because it is. I'm not going to sugarcoat this and say, oh, so this, guys, this is very interesting. No, it is not. It is boring itself. All right, because it's all K-but stuff. All right, so let's look at our exercise, shall we? Let's look at how the exercise look like. Okay, let's look at how the exercise look like and how should you, and how should you write this in exam. Yeah. Okay, so let's look at our exercise. Okay, I will not do all. I will try to do a few. And as for the answer, for the answer. At the end of this week, I will put this answer into Google Classroom. You can do some and you can check the answer. Okay, I don't really want to waste too much time here. Okay, so next, let's look at number 1. Green technology is defined as the, I'll just give you an answer for this, for the development. You know what? I'm going to skip this because you don't see fill in the blanks in exam hall. Okay, I skip this, I skip this. Okay, let's look at something that exam will come out, which is like this. All right, in this chapter, exam, they love giving you a sentence or a passage. They ask you to read and they ask you to answer the question. Looks like your form 3, isn't it? In form 3, whenever you see question like this, you know K-bar is coming, right? When it comes to like the ecosystem one, right? The food chain, food web one, the pollution one. You know when you see sentence like this, oh, K-bar is coming, right? So this is how exam looks like. So energy efficiency, that means saving energy, is using less energy to carry out work at the same time or higher rate without affecting the production and quality of desired outcome. All right, that means we try to do more work or same work by using less energy. Okay, so for example, if you use a normal cheap light bulb, this thing uses let's say 20 watt, it gives you 1000 lumen. What is lumen? Lumen is the brightness. And if you use an LED, okay, let's say you use an LED, LED, you only use like 5 watt, it gives you 1000 lumen too. Can you see? I produce the same brightness, but this one LED uses much less energy. So this is more efficient. There's less wastage. You're saving 75% of energy. See, so cool, right? So based on the statement above, state the importance of energy efficiency in everyday life. Okay, so why do we need energy efficiency? Guys, this is an open answer. Any of your answer that makes sense, I will accept. All right, so why do we save energy? Why do we practice energy efficiency? Like I said, saves energy. Okay, saves energy. Less waste, less waste, less wastage. What else? Reduce carbon footprint, accept. Reduce greenhouse effect, accept. Reduce burning of fossil fuel, accept. So many things you can write. Like I said, this is a K-bar question. Any answer I will accept, if it makes sense. Reduce global warming, yes, very good. Okay, guys, before you do a question like this, I'll try and read more down here first. Because let's say you write global warming here already, they ask you for the effect, then you write global warming here again, man. So you read the question first. So give an energy efficiency practice that you can carry out at home. What do you do at home to save energy? And explain your answer. The best way you can do, the best thing you can do is to switch off appliance when not in use. All right, switch off when not in use. Why? Because they can save energy, saves energy or reduce wastage. Yeah, same thing lah. Okay. What else do you do? Switch off your aircon during cold weather. Okay. There's one more, guys. Using fan together with aircon. Do you do that? Because I do that. I switch on my aircon to around 26, and then I switch on my fan so that the fan can distribute the cold air around the room. So it actually makes the room colder. Okay. Wash your clothes in full load. You get what I mean? You don't just switch on your washing machine to wash 2 underwear. That's very stupid. So you load your washing machine to full, only you wash it. You save energy. So many. Or you can say hand wash your clothes. If you can lah. It's gonna be very tiring, but okay, why not? Use electric scooter to go to school. Okay, walk to convenience store. Yeah, so many things you can write here. Okay, so tick for the correct statement regarding energy efficiency. So energy efficiency are related with green technology, or is it not related to green technology? Of course, it is related to green technology. 4-hour workout washing clothes. Yeah, especially the wringing part. Okay, the wringing your clothes dry. Yeah, good workout. You burn calories too. Right? Not everything you need machine one. Try to do it yourself. Okay. And one of the way, guys, one of the way of drying clothes okay, do you know how many washing machines today they come with the dryer? They come with the dryer. For me, I think using a dryer in Malaysia is very wasteful, right? Because our weather is so hot, what do you need a dryer for? Just hang your clothes lah, right? Just hang it dry. It will be dry in no time. Using a dryer, yeah, sure, it makes your clothes warm and it dries very quickly, but it's a waste of energy. All right. You buy one dryer, you put it at your home, you will get what I mean. Your electricity bill will shoot sky high, right? Because the thing is very inefficient, very not energy saving. All right. So number two, the sectors in green technology, especially live in condo, exactly. Right. So sectors in green technology are all the sectors just now we mentioned: energy, waste, agriculture, building, manufacturing, ICT, transport. Write this yourself. Okay, I'm not gonna use this. All right. So answer the following question regarding global issue. State two global issue that affect the environment. So what are we facing right now? What is the main problem we are facing around the world? Of course, like I said, it's greenhouse effect. Okay, greenhouse effect, global warming, climate change, yeah, right? State two human activities that lead to this. They even give you the answer here. Uh, state two activities that lead to global warming. So what are you doing which is causing global warming? Wow, so many things. Like I said, burning of fossil fuel. This is the main concern, right? Burning of fossil fuel. What else? You can say open burning also. Okay, open burning, burning of fossil fuel. What else? You can say driving a car if you want to put that. All right. Many things you can say here. So D, what are the negative effects of climate change to the world? Right? If we keep become hotter, what will happen? Okay, since they say climate change, really, I cannot say climate change. So you can say extreme drought. You know what does it mean? That means because of this global warming, you have crazy weather. When it's hot, it's really stupid hot. When it's or you can say floods, okay, floods or uncontrolled rain, right? Like our year end, it just rains every day, right? But right now it's like hot every day, so you have like extreme weather. Okay, so guys, extreme weather, besides the fact that it's very uncomfortable, okay, besides the fact you don't feel good, another concern that we are facing now, it's crops, our crops. Do you know that coffee and cocoa we used to make chocolate, they cannot survive in hot weather, very hot weather. That's why they say if we keep getting hotter and hotter, maybe 100 years later chocolate will go extinct. Maybe even coffee will go extinct. Wow, shit, isn't it? Right? I can't live without coffee. So that's the thing. So E, state three socio-scientific issue related to energy sector. When we talk about energy, what are the issue we are facing? Same answer also. You can say burning of fossil fuel, greenhouse effect, global warming, climate change. Oh my God. You see, that's why I say this chapter, it's very K-Bar one. But you see, the answer they just keep repeating one. It's global warming again, it's burning of fossil fuel again, it's greenhouse effect again. Right, so in Malaysia, energy mostly comes from fossil fuel. Take the correct source of fossil fuel. You have your coal. I mentioned this last week. Coal, cat poop coffee. The luwak. The luwak. I don't know. Maybe will go extinct also lah. Hey, the thing is actually very bad. Luwak coffee is actually very bad. It's very inhumane for the civet because they force the cat to eat the coffee bean, right? Because the tourists they want it. Yeah, right, guys. Whenever you have animal in tourism, it's not a good thing, right? Guys, like for example, when you go to Thailand, right? When you go to Thailand, please don't ride elephants. Please don't ride elephants. It's very inhumane. They will lock the elephant in cage. They will chain them. They will beat them so that they listen to the tamer to let tourists ride on them. It's very very inhumane. All right. So same goes to circus lah. Same goes to circus. You see because of the power of online, because of the power of internet, we know much more about animal cruelty today. Right. So do you see circus around? No, you don't. Right? I mean, yes, there's circus, but there's no animal involved already. One, it's mostly human because it's very wrong. Right? Those lions and whatnot, they are being tortured so that they can perform whatever stupid tricks you make them perform. All right. So don't do something. The luwak coffee, I never agree with it because it's very inhumane. All right. Anyway, so this is your energy sector, which is the same as up there. So I'm gonna skip. Right? This is the same question. Yes, exactly. This is the easiest K-bar ever. This is also energy sector. I see fossil fuel again. Walao, we skip lah. We skip. This is too repetitive. Okay, let's go to question 5. Okay, let's talk about waste. Okay, let's talk about waste. So, state 2 social scientific issue in waste and wastewater management sector. So, what are the two issues we are facing regarding waste? You have food wastage. Okay, food wastage, domestic waste, dumping of or you can say paper waste. So many, right? You can say decomposition of solid waste. That means the rubbish we throw out when they rot, they will create smell and they will create unnecessary carbon dioxide. Right? So this is the problem. So B, state 2 methods to overcome the problem in the waste and waste management sector. So what do you do to solve this problem? How do you solve this problem? Like I say, law 5R law. Okay, 5R, which is your reduce, reuse, recycle. In front you add one more refuse, behind you add one more recovery. Okay, which is the 3R, reduce, reuse, recycle, and then you have refuse and recovery. So you have 5. Okay, you have 5R. What else can you do? You can do waste sorting. Okay, you know what is waste sorting? Our government used to force us to do this. Do you know that? Like it was like 5 or 6 years ago. The government say that every day we throw out our rubbish, we have to sort it like plastic, paper, and glass, then food waste. Then they prepare this very big recycling bin near your house. So you have to throw your rubbish there according to the class. And we don't do it anymore because the thing just failed. Right? Because nobody really cares. Everyone just throw out like crazy, and then the enforcement are not doing anything. So you see, it's an epic fail, right? It is an epic fail. But you look at Japan, they do their sorting just like that. That means in Japan, it is very normal for every household. Let's say your mama, every day she will sort out her waste. Okay, the waste of your house. Okay, we are just too lazy for that. All right. Anyway, so this is a pile of agricultural waste from oil palm plantation. You know what is this? You know what is this? This is an oil palm bunch, right? It used to have like all these oil palms sticking to it, just like a jagung. And then when you shake it off, okay, you shake off the oil palm fruit. Now you're left with this useless shell. I don't know what do you call it. So sort of like a shell. So this thing is useless already, one, right? It's useless already. So one way of reducing the oil palm waste is through burning. What is the gas released through the burning? When you burn something, for sure you get carbon dioxide. Usually farmers, they just burn. You know why? This is how we get forest fire lah. This is how Indonesia gives us the haze lah. You know why they burn this? Because when they burn the oil palm waste, this thing will turn into ash. Hui, ash, this thing will turn into ash. And when the ash drops to the ground, it becomes a fertilizer. So why not I burn it? Okay, I can clear the rubbish, I can make fertilizer also. So two birds with one stone, might as well I burn it. So all farmers will burn it. Right? This is like my last time my grandma lah. She used to burn tree leaves one, right? In the okay, outside the house, you have all these fallen leaves, right? She will sweep, gather one side, then she start burning. You still have people doing this kind of shit one, right? Like not just anywhere case in point you go to Kota Kemuning you will see people burning rubbish already one. Such a sakai thing to do. Hey, oh yeah, you saw it right? Okay, you see Kota Kemuning in my mind is a very nice neighborhood. All right, people are very educated. People speak English, very educated place. But apparently not Okay, I went to my friend's place oh, you see people burning rubbish right beside his house. So stupid, right? You imagine you live in a very nice taman okay, you have trees around, people are all very nice. Then you have neighbors like this that burns rubbish. What age are you in right now? Right? It's 2023. You thought it's 1993, man. Hiya, you're so sakai. I cannot understand people who burn rubbish. What's the point, right? You cannot wait for the rubbish truck to come and collect, man. Why burn? Good question. Cause they think rubbish is like an eyesore, right? Cause they OCD, they don't want to see rubbish, so they burn lor. Cause you burn already, they become ash, man. So ash is like dirt. You just put it at any soil, then it disappeared. You see, it's a very uncivilized thing to do, right? Like do you pee on the street? You don't, right? Because it's such a sakai thing to do. Like are you from kampong so yeah, but people still do it, right? So like I said if your neighbor burns rubbish, please report them. We don't need sakai like that. Okay, so D, explain why the gas released during burning is known as greenhouse gas. Why is it called greenhouse gas? Because it causes greenhouse effect lor. Why is carbon dioxide called a greenhouse gas? Because it causes greenhouse effect lah, right? As simple as that. And then next, E, describe the effects of gas released during the burning on the environment. So when you burn, when you release greenhouse gas, what is it going to cause? Greenhouse effect law, global warming law, climate change law. Oh, hey, we are back to this point. You see, it doesn't run away. So F, suggest the step needs to be taken to resolve the above problem and describe how the step can solve the problem. So suggest a way to solve this problem. How can you solve this thing? You can use it as a biofuel. Okay, use it as a biofuel. Okay, burn it to produce heat to generate electricity. Oh, by the way, this is also called biomass. You know biomass? I think you learned this in Form 3, right? We have hydro, solar, wind, wave, tide. One of it is biomass. You burn, this is biomass. You see, useless organic material is biomass. So you burn it, you get heat. Heat, you generate electricity with it. Okay, easy peasy. All right, so I leave you up to you to do this lah. I don't want to fill in the blanks lah. This is like primary school mate. Okay, so 6B. What causes landslide and mud floods? This is logging. You can say logging, or you can say deforestation. We keep chopping trees, then we have flood. Easy. Right? Management of agricultural and forestry sector. So what can you do to manage agriculture and forestry? That means steps to do lah. Okay, you can reduce logging. You can redo replantation. You can use biofuel. Enforcement of law, campaign. You know that stupid point campaign. This is geography, right? Exactly. Right, so D, state 2 measures that can be taken to reduce deforestation. Hey, I just mentioned it just now. You can have campaign. Guys, I really hate this point. But no choice, that's what I can write here. reduce paper use. Okay. There is a point, guys. I used to teach English. There is a point, I forbid my student from writing campaign because it's such a stupid point, right? You see, in your karangan, right? Every shit also campaign, man. Bagaimanakah cara untuk menyelesaikan uh, masalah bully di sekolah, campaign, okay? Rokok campaign, uh, bully cyber campaign, right? Whatever shit lah also campaign one. To a point, I actually ban this one. No campaign. Yes, you write campaign. I'm not gonna mark your essay because it's just a lazy point to write. Okay, it's always penguatkuasaan undang-undang and campaign, isn't it? Right? Let's say your SPM now comes out with senaraikan langkah-langkah untuk menyelesaikan masalah denggi di Malaysia. For sure you write campaign one. For sure you write undang-undang one. Aiyo, lazy. Instead of writing campaign, right? Instead of writing, you must say, then sir, what can we write? Instead of writing campaign, why not you write education? Pendidikan. Mendidikkan masyarakat supaya tidak melakukan sebegini-sebegini. Things like that. Right? Wow, I miss teaching language. Okay, anyway, so you up to you lah. This one you do it yourself. I'm just giving you a reference answer here. I'm gonna skip this also. Okay, you know what? I talk about E lah, because I want to talk about this compost. What is compost? Compost is after you finish your food every day, you put it into a tong, you put it into a bucket, you let the thing rot inside the bucket. Okay, it's gonna smell, right? You let it rot and it will turn into fertilizer. How do I know this? Because one of my friend's mom did this. It was really smelly. So you have to cover the bucket. Don't open it, you open, oh my god, it's gonna smell like shit. Right? Now plants have food, yeah. Okay, because the thing is gonna rot anyway, might as well you let it rot and make fertilizer. So compost fertilizer consists of organic material which has been decomposed by the microorganism. The usage of this type of fertilizer increased soil fertility. Or you can say nutrient. I am okay with this answer. Okay. Wow, where is everyone today? Why is there only 3 of you today? Sintong, are you with me? Sintong, are you with me? Are you still there? Usually we have like 6 today, right? Oh, okay, cool. The rest of them, I don't know where they went. Hey, lately, let me ask, lately your school's all very busy, is it? Why are my students so tired lately? Is it because of puasa? Hey guys, one more week. Did you know next Wednesday is already holiday? It's like what special 特假, what kind of special holiday? Walao, hey, you just started your school in 20th of March. Oh, today I have Coco, right? You just started your school in 20th of March. Now 20th of April, that's another holiday. Walao, you barely studied for a month. Oh, then it's holiday again. Okay, I have holiday this time also. Because last time I see your holiday, I was like, yeah, you're good love. I don't have. This time I got. Okay, so by the way, guys, next Wednesday is our last class. Next Wednesday, it's gonna be holiday, right? But you come back during week 4. Today is week 2. Next week is week 3. Next week is week 4. We are not skipping a week. It's just an extra week for us to go holiday. Sad, so no learning. Oh, okay. Why is it sad? Okay, state the effect of using excessive chemical fertilizer in agriculture. When you put too much fertilizer, what will happen? You will cause soil pollution. You can also cause water pollution. Because you see, when it rains, the rain will wash the fertilizer to the river, so you get pollution. Oh, okay, cool. Then Karen, I think you're gonna like chapter 5. Chapter 5 is really interesting. Chapter 5 is genetic. When you come back, next week we are going to talk about genetic. That's a very interesting chapter. I love that chapter, right? Finally, we are done with this 4 stupid chapter. No more CPR, no more fire extinguisher, no more measuring blood pressure and body temperature. I don't know why the government put this kind of these 4 chapters here. It's pointless, right? Okay lah, maybe CPR got point lah, cause teach you how to save people, the one I okay. But the rest of it, measure body temperature. Okay, I learned it for what leh? Okay, anyway, let's go to question 7. So read the statements below. Fuels from vehicles that uses fossil fuel are among the main contributors to increase of carbon dioxide, and acid rain destroy forests and corrodes metal and concrete. Explain the transportation sector in green technology practice. Okay, so as green technology, what do you do for transport? You do public transportation. Okay, public transport. You can use a green vehicle, right? NGV, cycling and walking. So many things you can write here. So B, explain 2 appropriate measures that can be taken in the transportation sector to overcome the issues mentioned in the statement. Right? So 2 appropriate measure. What can you do to solve this problem? To solve this issue? Wow. I thought this is the way already. Oh, you mean okay? I think they refer to this. You can do carpooling. Okay, carpooling, cycling, walking. Again, public transport lah. It's like actually this. You know what? These 2 answers, these 2 questions, I think it's the same thing. But anyway, so C, what is meant by green transportation? You know what? Fill in the blanks. We skip lah. Okay, let's look at D. So A is individual. This is the worst. What is B? B is your multi-occupant, right? Or you can just say carpool. Okay, carpool. C is taxi. D is service vehicle. That's D here. Sorry, it's covered. Okay, service vehicle. Service vehicle is like your school van. Your school van, still private, but you fetch like more people. And then E is public transport. F is bicycle, cycling. G is walking. G is the best. All right, but it's not very possible lah. Or should I say this lah? Malaysia is not a very walk-friendly a place. All right. Why do I say this? You see, if let's say you walk to LRT lah, number one, from your house to the LRT, I don't think there's a walkway. There's a human walkway. Yeah, you should put. Malaysia is being so hot, right? You should put like some sort of shade, right? We don't have it, right? And even if there's a walkway, and there's cover, right? There's cover and there's walkway. You will see a makcik selling nasi lemak there. Hello, you blocking me? How do I walk? For sure, you go LRT for sure got one. If it's covered and if it's a walkway, you will definitely see some stall there. Okay. And then when you go and tegur them, you go and say, makcik janganlah buat macam ni, macam mana saya nak jalan macam ni. They say, ayah tak apalah, ni biasa-biasa je, semua orang buat macam tu. See, it's this kind of mentality. Semua orang buat macam tu. Right? You go and tegur someone throwing rubbish, tak apalah, semua orang pun macam tu. Yes, they will play this kind of stupid victim card. Business saja, janganlah macam tu. No, wrong is wrong. Hey, you see some people, they rent a shop, they need to bayar sewa one leh. They need to apply for license one leh. You are illegal leh. Then how is it fair for the person using the license? Hey, see, Malaysia, we have so much to improve. Right. Anyway, E. Which of the following are the alternative fuel? Okay, alternative fuel means things you can renew, what is good, or something that can replace petroleum. We have compressed natural gas or liquefied natural gas, which is your cooking gas lah. Okay, So number 8, advantage of green transportation. Wow. Okay, this is also a K bar, I think. Okay. So why do we use green transport like public transport? You can save cost, reduce jam, right? Oh my God, if you can do this, so good, right? You see, jam is a very stupid thing. It's time wasted doing nothing. Don't you think so? Don't you think so? Your life has only a finite amount of time. You waste it on jam. Huh? Okay, for no reason one. For no freaking reason. Okay, like if you stay in Puchong, you know what I mean. Like if you stay in Puchong, you stay in Kepong, you stay in Cheras. Because I stay in Cheras. So bloody stupid. From Cheras to Cheras is half an hour. Okay, like you see, I stay nearby Leisure Mall. You know where is Leisure Mall? Okay, my place is quite near to let's say Sunway Velocity, right? If there's no jam, from my house to Sunway Velocity is 10 minutes, but in the morning it's 40. It's time wasted, right? That's why reduce jam. And of course, what else you reduce? You reduce air pollution. Wow, so many things you reduce. You save time. Okay, you reduce. This is the main point. Burning of again fossil fuel. You burn less fuel because when you jam, you waste petrol. Ah, okay. So B, state the consequences if the number of vehicles using fossil fuel increase. So what if you have more cars burning petrol? Wow, so you have more greenhouse gas or more greenhouse effect. Okay. Oh, they only want 1 mark. So 1 point is enough. Okay. Yeah, this one you do yourself lah. Fill in the blanks again. You see, I leave all the hard one for you. I leave all the simple one for you. We do all the hard one. Okay. Let's look at 9B. Okay, so this fellow is planting tree. I see Mr. Beast plant trees, right? You remember what Mr. Beast did? He planted don't know how many thousand trees, right? See? This one I agree. You see, if you are a social influencer, if you're a social media influencer, you're a YouTuber, you use your power to do something good for you, right? Like PewDiePie, right? Like PewDiePie, like Mr. Beast, I really salute them because they use it for their own good. But if you play stupid prank, and you don't do anything, you just like you know who? Malaysia YouTuber, all right? Not only they don't do charity or some shit like that, they will promote gambling. You see, all Malaysian YouTubers also promote gambling one. You watch their video, they all have those gambling advertisement on them one. You see, that's the difference between good quality YouTuber and shit quality YouTuber. Okay, you must say, then sir, why Malaysia is full of shitty YouTuber leh? Because our national education sucks right? You see, a country's YouTuber will reflect the country's level of education. You see, Taiwan top 10 YouTubers is all quality YouTuber one. Malaysia YouTuber is all shit YouTuber. Okay, it's not like I don't support Malaysian product lah, but I support quality product. If you suck, I won't watch you. Okay, I mean Malaysia still got quality YouTuber lah, but sadly very little. Right? Anyway, so B, what are the advantages of activities carried out by them? Explain your answer by using green technology concept. Okay, so what is the first guy doing? Okay, so this is replantation. Okay, replantation. Okay, so how is it good for the environment? You can absorb CO2, reduce greenhouse effect. Wow, so many things you can see here. Okay, more oxygen, things like that. As for the second one, this is carpooling. Carpooling, the best is to reduce your burning again of fossil fuel. Same thing over and over. Okay, so I think it's 2 marks here. I don't think they give you 3. So in your opinion, what is the effect on the environment when we implement green technology. That means if you use green technology, how is it good for the environment? Yeah, reduce greenhouse gas. Okay, reduce global warming, reduce climate change. So many, right? Actually, have you realized something, guys? Have you realized something? Even if you don't study the note, this one you can still do one, right? You don't study the note, this is still doable. They don't sound like it's your opinion. Yeah, right. Yeah, see, they exactly use logic. That means that if you lost the note, oh, sorry, sir, I lost the note. You can still do this one. Uh, right? I mean, in your opinion, it's just a figure of speech, lah. Don't take it so seriously. You know what? I'm gonna skip this. You remember this kind of stupid question? The one they ask you to draw one. Hi, yo, sir, is this form 3? So let's not care about this. Okay. I will post the answer. You read the answer yourself. Okay, so that's it for our chapter 4. You guys have any question? Mostly not, because it's so simple, right? So next week, right, you get ready your chapter 5 notes. I think it's together in your April notes already. Okay. April notes you receive 2, right? Chapter 4 and chapter 5. So next week we are using chapter 5. This don't throw. I mean it's still useful. Okay, you study this before your first exam. Okay, because the first exam mostly will cover until here. Okay, which is I think your first exam should be around 20 something of May. That means 1 more month later. You should 1 more month plus later you should have your first exam. Okay, so if there's no question, I think I'll end my class here. I will see you guys for the interesting class next week. Okay, so I'll see you next Wednesday. Okay, yeah, be too easy. Yeah, I agree. Okay, so have a good one, guys. I'll see you next week. Okay, see you. Bye bye.